Buckle up for another episode of Ghost Phasers, a supernatural rewatch podcast. My name is Richard, and sitting shotgun as always is my brother in podcasting, Reed.
You want to know who I am, Zero Cool? Well, let me explain the New World Order. Governments, corporations need people like you and me. We're samurai, the keyboard cowboys, all those other people out there who have no idea what's going on are the cattle. Moo!
Oh my god, what are you using, a computer? Let me see that. Oh my god.
Never send a boy to do a woman's job.
There's so much porn on this.
Let's get into it.
Ghost! Ghost Phasers! We're facing ghosts! We're others, we're not! We're ghosts! Ghost Phasers! Stay in the kitchen when the kitchen gets hot! Ghosts! Ghost Phasers! We're facing nightmare! We're facing dread! Ghosts! Ghost Phasers! We're facing faceless! We're facing dead!
Welcome to Ghost Phasers. Today we're discussing Season 7, Episode number 20.
Holy shit.
We're so close to the end.
We are so close.
Like, mere episodes.
My God.
Dear Lord. But we're at the episode I've been waiting for all season.
Hell yes.
The girl with the Dungeons and Dragons tattoo.
Yeah.
What a better episode title for it to come on based on what I've been doing the last few days. The last 2 days was playing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're deep in the fantasy pool right
and
now.
Dungeons and Dragons specifically inspired content from Baldur's Gate 3, baby.
I also love how that places this in a moment in time where the girl with the dragon tattoo was huge.
Yes.
Which is very funny to me.
It is very funny.
Yeah.
There's a few things that we'll talk about in this episode that place it in a very specific time and place.
Yeah.
But before we start talking about this episode, we've got a review.
Ooh.
They say, hello, I just finished the series finale, so I'm in a tender emotional state. What better time to send an email into a podcast?
Ooh. Yeah. Get us when you're vulnerable.
Oh, yikes, dude.
No, I'm sure that's fine. I regret nothing.
I started watching this show a while back. Since I can't enjoy content in a normal way, I had to find a podcast to listen along to while I watched.
Fair.
After minutes of meticulous research, I found Ghost Phasers and never looked back. Thank you for blasting your horny sound waves into my ear while I mindlessly answer emails. My days would not be complete without all the cum talk, sexually charged Cassins impressions, and right-wing Elmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a guy we did once.
We did. Yeah, conservative Elmer Fudd. Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear you cover more episodes. Love a self-described whore for lore and Castiel from Alberta.
Whoa. Hey, thanks very much. That's great.
Please enjoy the attached illustration I did while crying over the last 3 episodes.
Uh-oh. I learned that from the pizza man. I love that. That's incredible. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Haley. Hale?
Easy.
It's H.
Don't finish that sentence.
What?
Oh, sorry. Hale.
Oh. Hail Caesar?
Easy. Sure.
What other kind of hail is there? Star Trek. They're hailing us.
Yeah.
It's Hayle. Is that Haley?
Yeah. How could it not be?
Well, because that's not how I usually see Haley spelled. That's all.
Hayle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but, listen, everybody's spelling their names all fucking, crazy. Everyone's
easy there, Dad.
Everyone's got to be a special snowflake.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Back in my day.
Everybody seems to be unique and special these days.
I would never spell my name different.
Everyone deserves everything they ask for.
No participation trophies when I was growing up.
Jesus Christ.
Thank
you for writing in, Haley.
This episode aired on April 27th, 2012. Written by Robbie Thompson. I wanna kiss you around.
Oh,
Can I? Hey, can I?
Wow, like Rob Thomas.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Robbie Thompson.
But Robbie Thompson.
Yeah.
And also, you didn't pick a Rob Thomas song. You just picked a Matchbox 20 song. So it was one step further from the joke.
Isn't he in Matchbox?
He
20?
is,
Well,
but
then
that's
it's a
one
Rob Thompson
extra
song.
One extra step.
What is a Rob Thompson song?
Rob Thomas.
What's a Rob Thomas?
This is what I
song?
mean. It's too many steps.
What's a Rob Thomas song?
Oh man.
Name one.
Disease. Her Diamonds.
Oh my God, there are just.
Lonely No More.
When did those come out?
You know all three of those songs, I guarantee you.
Do
I
I?
got a disease deep inside me.
Nope.
Makes me. No.
Nope.
Okay, what about
Again.
the Lonely No More was from some movie, some kids movie.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be lonely no more.
Okay.
You don't want to have to pay for this. That one.
Okay, that's just a Rob Thomas song.
That's a Rob
Okay,
Thomas one. That's
okay.
not Matchbox 20.
Okay.
I can't even get the tune of the other one right now. But yeah,
Okay.
you know some solo Rob Thomas. Also, Smooth is Rob Thomas and Santana.
But that's really a Santana
His biggest song is not with Matchbox
That's
20.
Santana.
I mean, it is big time.
Uh,
Out from the barrio.
this episode was directed by John McCarthy and viewed by an estimated.
1.4. We going down?
No,
We're going up.
we're not going down, baby.
1.6.
1.61.
There you go.
I'm very excited for you to see this promo.
Okay. Yeah.
I know you're gonna have thoughts.
Yeah, because I'll love it, and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty uncritical when it comes to these promos.
to anything.
Easy.
All right, let's see.
That's actually pretty fun.
It seems like it is.
They're really leaning into the heist idea,
Which is
which is not a huge part of the episode, but the episode is heisty.
what they're trying to do is make it like Ocean's 11.
They're making it seem like Ocean's
but
11.
they're doing it with one person.
But yeah, get your team together, and
Yeah.
it's one.
Yes, yeah. It's like the bad guy.
But you know what? Compared to other promos,
I do like when they have like a spin.
I'll give it to them.
I do-
That was pretty fun. There's more good in there than bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was slightly confusing because it was like I was like, all right, are they going to do anybody else? Nope.
It is. I'm saying the word funny. It's not what I mean, but like in the episode right away they
Yeah.
go to. She's got like. It's not. No one's gonna hook up with Charlie in this episode. We got like a friend, like sibling kind of vibe.
They really like make sure that can't happen.
And it's so adamant, but in this promo they're like the hot tech
Yes.
girl. It's like, come on,
I know, they couldn't not do it.
you're not fooling anybody. We're not doing that with this character. We respect this character.
Yeah. I mean, do I find
Sorry,
her
Bella.
hot? Do I find her hot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole, but every once in a while, that like the like unapproachable nerd girl things. Like, listen, it's
Doesn't not work.
a trope for a reason.
Yeah, no, absolutely. She's one of the few like celebrities I've met in my life. It was I met her on an elevator.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Fan Expo, baby.
Nice. Yeah.
The same one we're going to.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I can finally close that deal.
Easy. Yeah, she's been waiting.
Yeah. I know.
She's still there.
In that
riding the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we've seen Felicia Day in that elevator for 40 years now. All right. What a fun title. The girl with the Dungeons and Dragons tattoo.
And I'm sure it's going to translate so well.
So this episode title is obviously a play on the book and movie The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. It is the first book in the series revolving around a strong female lead with an amazing hacker ability, which ties into obviously Charlie in this episode. The title is also references the book turned movies Girl with the Dragon Tattoos as well as the RPG Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
It's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
So we've got two.
Just the same two we've been
same
working
two
on,
we've been working
Germany and
with lately.
Hungary.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, where the fuck you at, France?
I don't know. Good question.
Okay. The German.
We're starting with Hungary.
We're starting with the Hungarian title.
Yeah.
It's called like Computer Girl.
You've got two of the words.
Okay.
Or no, but you only said two words. You got one. Yeah, you got two.
Cool. I did it.
No, you got one of the word, which is girl. The girl is in there.
Okay. Am I on the right track?
Um,
Like the right idea?
it's a play on like a detective TV show. Like they're both like both these titles tried to like play on a thing.
Right.
This tried to play more on the like spy type thing.
Sure.
So it's based off of like an old like I'm pretty sure it was like a 60s like sitcom spy thing.
Get Smart Girl.
No, it's The Girl Who Knew Too Much.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Instead of The Man Who Knew Too Much.
Yeah.
Which we've used as a title earlier in the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I'm sure Witch Hungary did not use
But
it
then
back
there's
then.
a spoof of that movie, or like a spoof like comedy.
The Man Who
movie,
Knew Too Little.
The Man Who Knew Too Little.
Yes.
Which is also a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now the German title.
It's a German title. It's gonna be like You're in My World Now.
Oh man, I wish.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, this is actually kind of a cute title. I like it.
Okay.
It's Delusions, Dungeons, and Dragons.
Oh, that's you know what? That's pretty good.
It's pretty cute. I like it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
Yeah. We don't think the girl with the dragon tattoo is very funny. We don't want to use that title. It's a very serious book.
I mean,
yes,
it is.
It is.
You were joking, but
It's no laughing matter.
It is. It's crazy to like watch the movie and be like, they toned this down.
It's
Like,
there's so much less rape.
I mean, oh god, that one
May as well be made by fucking Alan Moore.
the scene with the one
Yep.
she kicks it.
Yeah,
like,
we don't
ugh.
need that.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Have you ever watched the Swedish ones?
No.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Hey, Scandinavia, you doing okay with that lack of sunlight? So I feel like it's creeped into your media.
I mean, yeah.
Listen, the Scandinavians and the Russians, they get me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dark theater. Your boy loves it.
Here's the thing that I love the most. Something so dark and existential, and that'd be like, these are our comedies.
Yes.
You go like, uh-oh.
You don't want to see what
You don't want to see our dramas.
Yeah. All right. Featured music from this episode. Obviously, there's only one song. It's "Walking on Sunshine." Baby.
Yeah.
By Katrina and the Waves. TV Guide describes this episode as: Dick obtains a hard drive with info about the Winchesters and hires a talented hacker to break the firewall within a tight deadline, while Sam and Dean try to get the hacker before she succeeds.
More or less.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He doesn't hire her. She's already working for him. But other than that,
I mean,
yes.
he employs her skills specifically.
He gives her like a task.
An assignment.
Yeah.
Yes.
A boss at a company gives an employee a task.
Yes,
It's not
yes.
hiring, but yeah. Otherwise, pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. But before we get into it, why don't we open up Dad's journal and learn about some of the real world lore, which I'm very curious what it is.
Let's see what the lore says about hackers,
Oh,
baby.
Sure. Not I guess. Yeah,
Yeah. That's
Sure.
predominantly what this episode's about.
absolutely.
You're
And I
in-
will say,
You're in my world now.
I was going to bring it up later in the episode, but I may as well bring it up now.
Sure.
This is like, they did hacking right here. Like, they actually did it right.
It looked better than hacking usually looks.
Yes, the fact that she was just sitting there doing nothing for a while while the thing,
Yes.
while the thing implemented.
Well, it's like running code or
Yes.
whatever. Yes. Yeah.
1,000%. Yeah, that's
It's true. It does seem like a way better version of hacking than a lot of books and movie and TV and stuff like that. where it's like,
yeah. I was very happy with it.
It's always like
Yeah.
fucking action packed. Like, I'm in.
There's not enough space in the hard drive. You looked at all those visual files.
Yeah. It's in a Fast and Furious movie or something where they clearly just like looked up a bunch of computer words and they have this one hacker character just say them in order. Go like, oh, I found a root shell and I did a DOS and I like there's like it's like a really wild line of dialogue.
I love it.
So let's talk about hacking.
Yeah, baby.
The word hacker didn't always mean what it means now.
It's somebody who chopped.
Yeah. It used to be a serial killer.
Fuck the hacker.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I can't name his fucking town.
Cool, man.
I'm a stupid idiot. I'm
Yeah,
so
good
sorry.
job. Yeah.
Fuck.
Could you let it said the White Horse Hacker?
No, I wanted the illiterate Hamilton.
hacker.
Shit.
Yeah, come on.
Hamilton would have a hacker.
I mean, truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it was just a guy with a throat infection. It's Hamilton.
he's hacking.
Yeah.
Just a guy with a throat. Okay. So a hacker used to mean a couple of different things. So,
Sure.
so the one that is more the modern usage of the word is someone that can basically like get around computer security.
That guy gets around computer security. If you know what
Listen,
I mean.
if you're computer security, watch out. That guy gets around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna
Yeah.
be so deep inside of your mainframe.
Yeah, you're going to get a Trojan horse.
Hell yeah. God, we're so good at this. Are we hackers? Is it? Who first did a hacker?
Who first
let us
hacked
know.
a rice? The other meaning, though, was a hacker just meant someone who was like a kind of computer tech enthusiast. And it
Okay.
referred to software and hardware. Like you used to hear about like ham radio hackers, right?
Yeah.
Like people would like mess with radio devices or stuff like that. So to be a hacker meant to, take things apart, build new things, like just to be into like computer technology and devices and stuff like that.
One of my very favorite hacker, like one of the very first hacker stories is, and maybe you're going to touch on it, is the Captain Crunch whistle.
Oh, right. That was like, it does something to like the old phones.
Or no, it's like the weenie whistle. That's what it was.
It
It
used
was
to do something to
the
old
Oscar Mayer
phones?
wiener
Yeah.
whistle, where you could get free calls because you blow it in there and it hit the frequency that basically like subverted the call.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Love that.
Have you ever heard of this is not part of the lore. Have you ever heard of the thing called the brown note?
I've heard about it that like that's supposed to be like to make
it's
you
a
shit yourself.
vibrational frequency that makes you shit.
They've
I
never
don't know if
actually
it's
found
I
it.
don't know if it's true or not, but man, if someone made a fucking whistle that did that would be so funny.
I mean,
Sell
and
that at a prank shop. Sell that at a Spencer's Gifts.
it would be the fucking worst thing to happen to humanity. If that was real,
The fucking the idea of
that's like bioterrorism. Like you couldn't just sell that.
yeah, you hack like you hack everyone's phone and just make it play the brown note.
You could that would be like mass like hysteria. Like you could not just have that power.
Everyone shits in the same.
That's bad. That's like that. That's like that.
I mean-
from Stand By Me when everybody throws up.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Yeah.
just shit everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that that's a real thing, but if it is, God, I hope someone cracks that.
Yeah.
It's the
Good
one
pun.
day. It's the one day where it's fine to shit yourself because it happened to everyone. Like I don't give a shit if it happens to me if it's happening to others too. I just don't want to be the only guy brown noted.
The Great Equalizer.
Yeah,
That's what we call. That's
brings
the,
us all down a
That's
peg.
that's the fourth sequel of the Equalizer.
The fourth sequel of The Equalizer is Denzel Washington plays the brown note.
Not a racial thing.
Yikes. The word hacker now tends to mean not just someone who can evade like software security and things like that. It typically means that you do it criminally.
Yeah.
It's the extra layer to
Yes.
it. A hacker is a criminal. There was a time where I think they were people that were more like amateur hackers or just like, like I like to do this or, this is an interest of mine or whatever. We're trying to get other words to mean the criminal side of it. So like the word cracker came up a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, but then it got a new,
Which was supposed to be like a safe cracker, right? So you're like, there were crackers and stuff like that, but it's just like, you're hackers.
You know what happens if it's your father's brother and he's a cracker? That's an uncle cracker.
Follow me, everything is all right. Man, he used to open for Kid Rock. No, we're getting too far away from it. Okay, hackers. There's kind of, in security-related hacking, so that software kind of side, there's sort of three main types of hackers.
Mhm.
You've probably heard of, like, black hat hackers,
Absolutely.
right? So a black hat
You're
hacker,
Chris Hemsworth's.
that is a cracker.
Sure.
That's a white person who
Loves
it's
rap
a-
music.
It's someone who is like criminally or maliciously gaining illicit access to networks and stuff like that. They might be stealing information. They might be like locking it for ransom, like a ransomware kind of thing. They might be trying to sell data. They might be trying to learn a thing. They might be trying to surveil. There's so many different things, but it's usually illegal. A black hat hacker is usually someone who's trying to profit or benefit from their enterprise, usually illegally. A white hat hacker is someone who works to keep data safe from other hackers by finding system vulnerabilities. So there's people who are good at these things, but they use it to, like, can I get in? Yes, and here's where the gaps are, and here's how I'd fix it. It's the computer code equivalent of Sylvester Stallone in Escape Plan.
Hey, I just gotta tell you, I'm in.
Have you seen Escape Plan?
Yes, I have.
Where he's like the career, like he breaks out of prisons
Yes.
to show where their weaknesses are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy as put a piece of cellophane on the keypad.
Yeah.
Just reach out to figure out the numbers.
Yeah. It's on the core of the mainframe.
Yeah, you can't get Stallone computer words. You can't say core and mainframe in that voice. It doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta pop a root shell in there.
I just used a Wi-Fi pineapple, and then I was able to get everybody on my network.
Hey, let's set up a VPN.
Even that feels too complicated for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
There's
Gotta
also
protect your IP address.
There's also a thing called a gray hat hacker, which is someone who may sometimes violate laws or ethical standards, but they're not necessarily like an out-and-out criminal.
It's
so
chaotic neutral for our D&D.
totally that. And I think you could make the argument that gray hat hackers might count in the category of like hacktivists.
Sure, yeah.
So, hacktivism is people using this ability to kind of like crack code and get around cybersecurity in order to enact some kind of social change. So sometimes it's to release documents or find files or learn information about like unethical practices or something, and whistle blow, that kind of stuff. And sometimes it's to whatever. But like hacktivism is essentially using the art of hacking instead of protest or demonstration or whatever.
Look, Jimmy cracked code, and I don't care.
Code.
Jimmy
cracked code.
Yeah,
I thought you said coat for some reason.
because that would make more sense.
Well, that's why I was confused.
Couldn't just use context clues to be like probably code.
No,
The thing you just said.
that couldn't be it.
No.
So, according to the hacktivism Wikipedia page, the repertoire of hacktivism includes code mirroring, which is I don't really understand it because I'm kind of like Stallone over here, but
What it is
basically
when you basically match your computer to somebody else's.
what it somehow through code it could take like a website that's sort of censoring or hiding things and display them.
Sure.
It just tricks the website or the computer system or whatever.
Yeah.
There's also like bad things like doxing.
Yep.
That's technically that's hacktivist, but it's kind of bad. They also do things though like virtual sit-ins. So it's where like a bunch of people will visit a targeted website and they'll rapidly load pages to like fuck with the server.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So like that's kind of like a version of like a peaceful protest in an online space that hacktivists will use or whatever. There's what's this? Geobombing. They say a technique in which people add a geotag while editing YouTube videos so that the location of the video can be seen in Google Earth. I'm not sure how that helps. It's all fucking Greek to me, baby. And then there's this thing called protestware. So the use of malware to promote a social cause or protest. So instead of a piece of malware that like steals information from your computer or whatever, maybe it makes like a pop-up you can't ignore that has a message or something like that. They would send that to like maybe like a corporation server, so everyone on that server is all of a sudden getting this kind of like progressive message or something.
Sure.
like that.
Yeah.
But I mean there's lots of pop culture examples of hackers, including the movie Hackers. And lots of versions of cracking code. And to your point, a lot of them make it look like it's this real high octane. Like,
Looking at you, Swordfish.
I mean, yes, fucking Swordfish.
Great soundtrack, but
Holy shit, Swordfish, though.
Oakenfold at his best.
Even The Matrix.
Yeah.
The Matrix is all about that kind of hacker culture.
Yeah.
Even in The Matrix, Neo's like, he's like online and stealing
Yeah.
something, like burning CDs for people, whatever the fuck he was doing in the first one.
I'm on the line.
Stallone?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's hackers, baby.
Holy shit. When we were in college, we would set up Wi-Fi pineapples and see if we could get into people's computers.
What's a pineapple?
A Wi-Fi pineapple is basically like you set up your computer to show up as like a Wi-Fi connection,
Right.
so that people will automatically connect you and basically just allow you to get into their computer.
Oh, that's pretty fucked up,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we wouldn't do anything. We
You're
just
kind of
wanted
like
to see
so you're like a gray hat hacker.
yeah,
Oh,
just to see if we could do
that's
it.
a little dangerous. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm kind of a cool guy.
I gotta hack the mainframe.
Yeah,
Which one of these plugs hacks it?
yeah, it's inside the computer.
That's brisk, baby.
I like you, hacker.
Yeah.
Stallone.
Stallone working IT.
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Mainframe.
That's what, like Adrian.
Yeah. Closest I could think of at the moment.
You gotta hack it, Rock.
Oh, you can't hack it, Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into
So
today's
fucking
episode. All right. Well, we start today's episode with the then, which of course we get Frank Devereaux, baby. Frank's missing.
Fucking love Frank.
We don't know what happened to Frank. He just up and left and disappeared. We don't know where he went.
He's off to be a pirate 200 years earlier.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby is dead. Bobby's haunting the boys.
Yep.
And Bobby shouldn't still be around.
Yeah.
That's where we sort of left off.
I don't
want to
be around anymore.
He's in the back.
There's too much fucking shit on me.
But yeah, the last episode he was in the back of the car, sort of like getting pissed.
Yeah.
And that brings us to now.
Right.
Where Sam and Dean set up at Rufus's cabin and tried to figure out a pattern to Dick Roman's dig sites without success. Suddenly the electricity around them flickers and Bobby appears and then flickers out momentarily. He warns
I like that their guard's not totally down either. Like, they pull guns and stuff, and then Bobby's like, God, you idiots. It's like, ghost, man.
I do
We
like
we gotta be ready for ghosts.
I do like that his response, because they have weapons, is slightly timid, where he's just like, "Hey, you idiots!" Like,
Yeah.
like, "Dad, come on."
Easy. Fuck, I trained them too well.
Truly, he warns them that he doesn't know how long they have until he fades out again, and goes over the numbers in Wisconsin that he gave them. Bobby tells them that the Leviathans have broken ground already on the site and explains that they're building a state-of-the-art slaughterhouse.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know, man. That's
You don't always have to say something.
huh. All right.
I just mean if you
Nice
don't
to
have,
know how you feel.
if you don't have anything cool to say, then maybe don't say anything at all.
Well, we'll see how you like that.
Oh, how the easily tempered are so sensitive. Well, I'm glad it doesn't take much. Yeah. So when Bobby says Dick is about to get into the Soylent Green business, he's referring to the 1973 American science fiction thriller Soylent Green, a film about a corporation that distributes food rations called Soylent Green to the now overpopulated Earth, a food that is revealed to contain human remains. So Dick is planning to dumb everybody down using the contaminated meat, then cure humans of all major diseases. Once the Leviathans have created the perfect herd, they'll start harvesting humanity. Okay, come on.
Oh, can I talk again?
Yeah.
Let me back up first.
Okay.
It's people.
Yeah, of course.
Soylent Green.
Yeah,
What was the next bit?
yeah.
Don't worry, I still wasn't listening while I wasn't talking.
Good. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad.
Yeah, that's right. That we had learned from like an earlier episode with the real estate leviathans that they were going to cure cancer and
Which
shit
sounded
like
like a good thing.
and they were like, but why would they do that? And we learned it's like they're making like
the
nicest kind of meat to have.
Yeah,
they don't want cancer meat.
Exactly. Which I mean, look, sustainability. It's important.
I mean, yeah. What's interesting about this season is that it more and more takes the shape of like the bad guy is Monsanto, like genetically engineered crops and herds and agriculture. Like this is this episode or this season has like
a weird take.
It ends up no, not a weird like a good take, but like weird for this show to weigh in on like agribusiness.
Yes,
is like kind of odd, you know.
Absolutely. So Dean and Sam then receive an email from Frank that he prepared in case of his death.
Yeah, it's like, if you're reading this, I'm dead, or worse, someone's hacking my thing. So while we're getting that, we get these like cuts to who we meet.
Somebody
later.
is hacking.
Someone is hacking. And as the boys are reading, it's like they're trying to hack, and it sends this message to you when they try to. It's like Frank has like basically like a Batman contingency.
Yes.
For his like encryptions being cracked. And he says like, listen, my files include like your new aliases, where you parked your car. Dean's like, baby.
Yes.
Like all this shit. You got to assume that these people are going to crack my code. Ooh. Even though my code's great, assume that they're cracking it. Get the hell out of Dodge. Like, you know, go to ground kind of thing. And so the guys are like, well, we've got to figure out, like, we got to get Frank's drive.
Yeah.
And I think Frank also had a thing where it's like, don't worry, I'll help you out here. Like, on his, from beyond the grave.
Yeah.
It's like, it's going to ping back to where it's being hacked from.
Yeah.
And so they learn it's in Chicago at a building owned by Richard Roman Enterprises.
Not only that, his corporate headquarters.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's basically the intro.
Well, and Dean refers to it as the Death Star. He goes like, oh, great, it's just in the Death Star.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now we cut to 5 hours earlier. A young woman named Charlie arrives at Richard Roman Enterprises on her scooter and walks past security. Got a bunch of stuff to say here.
Yes.
So, it's Felicia Day.
It's Felicia Day.
When Charlie comes into work and walks through the building, she's listening to and dancing to Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves.
I do like her like getting in the elevator, dancing, and then when the elevator opens again, she's like,
it's very cute.
Nothing.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
So the scene's actually an homage to a couple different things. So it's an homage to the scene in the Secret of My Success. Did you ever see that with Michael J. Fox?
No, I haven't.
From 1987, where Brantley Foster, Michael J. Fox, is walking through his workplace building with the same song playing in the background. It's also a reference to a similar scene in American Psycho, in which Patrick Bateman does the same thing.
Sure.
Also, we have a few different things that once we get to Charlie's desk that are worth noting.
Oh man, so much on her desk.
Absolutely. She's got
and all of it makes me love her.
Yeah, obviously. End of sentence.
End of sentence. End of thought. Yeah. Don't ask any follow-ups.
A Darth Vader bobblehead, 2 C-3PO and Stormtrooper dolls, Pez dispenser with Yoda's image, a Star Wars comic book, a Wonder Woman figure.
Hell yeah.
Pez dispensers with effigies of characters from The Lord of the Rings, 2 Harry Potter figurines, and a Dumbledore figurine. In the place of honor is a figurine of Hermione, whom Charlie affectionately nicknames H. She has also a Wonder Woman mug.
Hell yeah.
Fucking so cool. 1,000%.
Where have you been all my life?
So she goes to her desk and chats with her coworker Harry while transferring funds away from a conservative super PAC.
Yeah, and she's doing this at work, and you're like, "What is her job?" And then all of us lean in from the next cubicle over and go, oh God, all the subtext is, I love you so much, please notice me.
Even though the conversation that they're having is very much like she's a lesbian and like hit on a lesbian, I think.
Yeah. But so this guy's like, hey, like they're chatting, and he's like, "What are you doing? Is that legal? Why are you doing that on a work computer?" And
Yes.
she's like, "It's got better internet."
Yes. And also, I've been doing this a month, so I'm very, very good at it.
Yeah, she's like, "I can cover my tracks." So I love the idea that she has this like desk job, but she's like, "And I'm fucking with the fucking Republicans off the side of the desk." I do love that. God,
So-
everything about her.
So let's talk about what she actually was doing. So Charlie hacks the usconservatives.org site, which doesn't actually exist.
No, it couldn't.
She transfers funds of $10,000 to from this site to a group called Animal Lovers and Lovers of the Planet. On the main page of the site, two things that you could not care less about.
I like the planet,
Fine.
and I don't have a problem with animal lovers. I'm just not giving them money.
On the main page of the site, we could see that the names of the president and the vice president are Johnny McCarthy, director for this episode, and Gabe Correa. I
Holy
died
shit.
in Korea.
Holy shit!
It's actually spelled Correa, but I'm pretty sure it's still Korea.
No, it's Korea. Holy shit!
So Johnny McCarthy is obviously the first assistant director and also the director of this episode, while Gabe Correa is the third assistant director for the series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Also, like if J.K. Rowling had a Korean character in the movie.
Yeah, be like Gabe Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
if she had a Korean character, their name would be like Play in Park
yes,
or some bullshit like that.
yes,
Man, I'm ashamed of how quick I came up with that.
yep. Speaks more about you than her, I think.
Am I Rowling?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who first did a Rowling?
Who first Rowlinged?
So when Harry warns her against it, Charlie insists that she can cover it. Harry then says, "I love you," and Charlie replies, "I know," which is a Han Solo said to
Yeah.
Princess Leia after she told him that she loved him in Star Wars Episode 5.
Yeah, and he says that to her because as she's like, what am I going to get in trouble with Pete? Little like squirrely Pete, our boss, and immediately Pete's like, "My office." She's like, "Okay," and so yeah, we get the "I love you, I know," which is great.
Yes.
Yeah. She goes to Pete's office. And who's waiting in there? It's dick time.
Time to get deep dicked.
Yeah.
So, Dick says that he's close to victory, and he tells her that he knows all about her online hacking activities.
Here's the... I just want to say one thing off the top about Dick in this episode.
So good.
I love him. He's
Yes.
great. This is not a criticism.
Yeah.
But B, it's getting harder and harder for him to maintain an actual facade. Like everything is like
I'd sure like to eat you.
Yeah, we sure couldn't copy your skills.
Yes.
Like everything is like we get like wink, wink.
Yes.
Like he's just like, I just want to tell everyone I'm a fucking squid mouth.
Truly.
Like it's really funny. It's just you can tell he's like, it's been 6 fucking months. I gotta
Enough is enough.
yeah, it's sort of funny.
That is really true. I did think about that too. So Dick says that he's impressed, and he says it's impossible to copy people like her. Maybe he's just like trying to speak hacker to her.
Oh yeah,
I could Command C, Command V you. You know what I mean?
easy.
I'd like to Command C that V.
Jesus, Command C in that command. What the fuck? No. Oh no. We're gonna be respectful. God damn it. This is Charlie we're talking about.
That's a first for us.
Listen, the line must be drawn here. Here and no further.
Sure. So he's referring to the Leviathans replacing people, though Charlie doesn't know that yet.
He brings up an interesting point because he says this particular point multiple times in the episode, which is like something about like the soul.
Yes.
Something about the inherentness of people's being. Where he's like, I can copy information. We can copy information, but I can't recreate
That's
a spark. The
Yes.
thing that makes you the all spark. Yeah. My name is Optimus Prime.
Not bad.
Ugh. I didn't like it.
It wasn't great.
Fuck, just fucking cut it, man.
He then shows her Frank's hard drive, claims that he was hacking the company's computers, and tells Charlie to crack it in the next 3 days or she's fired.
Yeah.
Charlie then tells Harry what happened and goes to work at her desk.
Yeah.
She seems to have cracked it, believing it to be filled with games, but it's just another trick that Frank installed.
Well, she thinks that the clue is that his password must have something to do with war games.
Well, because what happens is that it shows how about a nice game of chess and a list of games on a screen.
Yeah.
The list in game of chess question is from the movie War Games.
So she types something in, she's like, I'm in, and then there's like, I'm like, I don't think so, from Frank.
Yes. She types in the name of the computer from War Games.
Yes.
Which was like the dead son, I think, of the guy who created the actual system, from what I remember.
What a chill movie.
Yeah. Great movie. When Charlie incorrectly guesses the password for Frank's hard drive, it also says, nice try, 0 charisma, which flashes on the screen. That's probably an allusion to the Dungeons & Dragons, where charisma is a character property in the game, but it also could be a reference to E.T., the extraterrestrial from 1982, wherein Elliot trades barbs with his brother's friend by calling him 0 charisma. Or
Interesting.
it could be 0 charisma, which is also a reference from the movie Hackers from 1995.
It's probably that.
It's probably all of them because
Well, but I mean, like, it's only all of them in that those words pop up, but like it must obviously be a Hacker's reference.
But it's
You
funny
know
that
what
it's
I mean?
also
Like,
a D&D thing too, which is also this part of this episode.
well, but it's only a D&D thing in that charisma is a thing.
Yes.
But you can't roll a 0. You know what I mean? Like, you actually, like, you never
You can have 0 charisma though as like a
but then you would
in a
roll
character
and you'd
sheet.
get like a 1, right? Like,
sure.
so what I mean is you could read in that charisma's in D&D, charisma is this, but it's clearly a Hacker's reference because that's the phrase from Hackers.
What else is really interesting
Right,
is that what it says, at least, so it says on the screen, it says, nice try, comma, 0 charisma,
Right.
not nice try, period, 0 charisma, which means it's like, it sounds like it's calling her 0 charisma, which then points back to the ET thing, which is they call him 0 charisma.
Sure.
So
Sure.
from a I know how to get at your boy, from a linguistic standpoint,
I've never been more attracted to you. Is this happening?
it's been happening.
Oh my god. Ooh.
So as Dean and Sam prepare to head to for the company HQ,
I'll let you into my semicolon.
From what I've heard about it, it's nothing about that. It's a semicolon.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a full colon
Yeah.
most of the time.
Oh, trust me, there's a list coming.
yeah.
A list of what I ate.
Checkmate.
What are we doing? What is this show?
Bobby
Why
reminds,
do people like us?
and based on the numbers, more and more all the time.
I mean, truly. I mean, the lot of you seek help.
Bobby reminds them that the Leviathans know their faces and suggests that they mail in his flask instead.
Yeah, and they're like, but like their thing, they're like, we don't love that. I mean, they don't love the idea that Bobby is like trying to ghost help them.
Yes.
That's not great, and it's off-putting. But thing number 2 is they're like, Dick is there. It's
Yes.
his headquarters. You're a ghost killed by Dick. This is going to trigger like just like ghost vengeance. You're going to lose yourself. Like, no,
Not a good idea.
we're not doing this. It's no.
So the next morning, Harry finds Charlie still working on the hard drive. She finally gets accessed and can't resist looking at the files that Frank put together on the computer and on Dick and the Leviathans.
Yes.
In Frank's hard drive, there are several files. The Phoebe, Richard Roman Enterprises, clones,
Yeah.
known facts, which I love, monsters, unsolved mysteries, March of Dimes.
Yeah, I liked that. That made me think of like every conspiracy like thing on a TV show. They throw like one silly thing in there, and you go like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the thing that makes it sound like, "Oh, this goes right to the top."
Yes. So we have X-Files and then 2 Misc Research.
Can I just say this is? I know we were saying up top, this episode does a pretty good job of showing some of the realities of hacking, like her having to like she's sleeping overnight while the code is running,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that kind of shit. Which I totally agree.
Yeah.
But this episode also does a thing that is never true in the world of any computer, which is you click on a folder and open it,
Oh.
and everything like like every file opens right away. Like
The thing I'm hoping for...
because she's not like it's not like that's a trap or something. It's just like a file on his. She got in. There's a file. She opens the thing, and every image and document opens on the screen.
What I'm hoping is that she just right-clicked and pressed open all.
I mean, she didn't definitively. I think we see her just click on it.
Maybe, yeah. I'm hoping that we just.
But also, God, what kind of psycho does open all? Just go one at a time.
Yeah.
Especially if you have to hide this from like work. Because she doesn't know what's in there yet,
Yes.
but she knows she's not supposed to look at it. She's supposed to bring it to Dick.
Yes.
So, I mean, that would be a real noob move.
Whoa! Oh my God! Hey, you're a hacker, do eh?
Hey, this is gonna play a little bit of Fortnite.
The things the hackers do.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, step into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn some more computer words.
Once she finishes,
CPU.
once she finishes reading everything, she checks to see where Pete is, and Harry says that he went down to the parking garage for a smoke.
Yeah.
In the parking garage, Dick confronts Pete and tells him he's got no spark.
Yeah, he's like, there's nothing good, like no spark inside you. The only thing inside you is this guy's lunch.
Yes.
And the other guy touches Pete, turns into him, and then like
Eats him up.
yeah, pretty good. We see the blood, a classic supernatural blood splatter on the
love
car.
that.
And then like I like this shot too because like we're just down in that basement, but then we like kind of zoom back. And Charlie is down there and sees that and goes like, fuck, and gets back upstairs to her desk.
So this episode originally aired April of 2012. When Dick Roman says to Pete, Bruce Springsteen, Eli Manning, our own Charlie, you know what they are? Irreplaceable. You're more of a Tim Tebow, Joe Biden type.
Yeah.
I know. You got no spark. In fact, there's nothing in you except Daryl's dinner. He's referring to Eli Manning, quarterback of the New York Giants, defeating the New England Patriots in the NFL.
I know, but Eli is so famously not the best Manning.
Yes.
That's the funniest part of that line. Is they're like, he won once. I guess we'll put his name in there.
Earlier in February 2012, for the second time, and they won the Super Bowl. And Peyton Manning, Eli's older brother, replacing Tim Tebow as the quarterback of the Denver Broncos for the 2012 NFL season.
Yeah, but I mean, throwing Eli Manning in there, like he's
yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's like in Star Trek Discovery, in the first season of Discovery, when they're like the Wright brothers. Elon Musk, and then you go like, oh God, yeah. It's like, don't commit to current things.
Yes, truly. So Dick has his fellow Leviathan take on Pete's form and kill him. Charlie sees him, and she quickly gets out and goes home. And the fake Pete calls to see where she is. She claims that she has cramps, hangs up, and heads for the door when...
Yeah, she does the classic, like, it's a lady thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
When just as she answers the door, Sam and Dean arrive.
Yeah. Is Sam already in the apartment? Because the door opens and Dean is there, and he's like, hey,
I think Sam just
I'm not a
through.
monster. And then she backs up, and she's grabbed like a plastic sword that's by the door. And she hits Dean with it, and then behind her is Sam.
Yeah, I assume that
like he shows up like
in.
fucking Batman. Like, how did you get in this?
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
So a few things about this.
Listen, I think I'd know if Sam was entering.
So Charlie has a wallpaper of Arwen, Elf Princess.
Love it.
From Lord of the Rings. The same photo is framed and displayed on the wall of her apartment. In her apartment, Charlie has a collection of figurines similar to the ones on her desk. She also has a blackboard in which there are several annotations: Comic-Con, San Fran Book Hotel. I assume
San Fran Comic-Con.
Yeah. I'm assuming.
Hey,
that's,
I mean, there must be one there.
yes.
But not the big one.
Order book on the language of Star Wars. LaRue tickets. Which, God, I haven't thought about LaRue in a long time.
Okay.
New collection, Craigslist, not to mention a shopping list: veggies, granola, cereal, arugula, yogurt, and Pop-Tarts. We can also see a poster for the movie Coven. Charlie's apartment is also number 237. In The Shining, room 237 is a mysterious room where Jack encounters the ghost of a young woman who transforms him into an old woman, which is like the most terrifying scene in that movie. She then grabs a prop sword and hits Sam, but quickly they disarm her and use borax to prove that they're not Leviathans.
Yeah.
Just another level for you, in case you aren't fully over the edge. The sword is a replica of Sting.
Don't think I didn't know that.
Well, you said a plastic sword, a prop sword, so I wasn't sure.
I was trying to play it cool, man.
Did
you like that meme that I sent you where it's like, this is Sting. You've seen him before.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's Gollum at a Sting concert.
So good. It's very good. I do love this here, this next scene, because basically she goes, okay, you're not Leviathans, then who are you?
Yeah.
And this is when we get cut, and I can only imagine what it was like when you first watched it on TV, but we get cut to a false advertisement from Sucro Corp.
Yeah.
Sucro Corp is a franchise owned by Richard Roman Enterprises. The corn name and logo is a reference to corn syrup with added fructose, which is a common additive used in American food products. This additive is suspected of playing an important role in obesity and also of containing mercury, a dangerous poison and neurotoxic substance. However, in episode 709, How to Win Friends and Influence Monsters, we can see that the additives contained in turducken influence customers to weight gain and brain dysfunction.
Yeah.
So,
I do love, when Supernatural does stuff like this, it is never subtle.
No.
But like no company on the planet advertises their name if it has corp in it.
I know.
You'd make a subsidiary,
Yes.
or you'd just do like a tagline or something. No one goes like Sucro Corp.
That is very
like
much
that is such like a dystopian pop
Yes.
culture thing where it's just like they drop all pretense and like
Yes.
who knows, maybe that's right around the corner for us. But like even Monsanto on its own doesn't sound like it means anything. They don't go like
Monsanto Inc. Limited.
they don't go like Corn Industries.
Yeah.
They don't like there's no like
Tainted Tomatoes Corporation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's something so kind of clunky about being like Sucro Corp.
Yes, that is very
Can
much
you
like
imagine going today like where do you work? Sucro Corp?
Yes.
I was like, wow, you're working for the bad guys, huh?
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah. That's just
it's like
the bad guys.
Lex
yeah.
Corp. Like,
Yes.
that's all I think about.
That's so funny. Yeah, you're right. So the brothers then bring her up to speed and demonstrate that they found her because of Frank jacking her webcam.
Yeah, like even from death, his code has like taken over her computer.
Yeah.
So they like, it still doesn't explain how they found her. It just shows that they saw her.
Well, they
but
probably
then they still have to
heard her,
find
too.
her apartment.
They probably heard Charlie. They probably heard the company name. They probably heard like enough things to be able to put pieces together.
I guess, yeah. I mean, they find her pretty quick though.
Yeah. They explain that Dick is the Leviathan leader and ask her to hack his emails and convince her that the Leviathans are a threat. So Charlie goes to work.
Well, because she says something like, "I can hack his emails, but I gotta like,
I have to
I
do
gotta
it
like do it on site
from his personal server because he's not attached to like the company server."
Yeah.
So she goes to work and discovers that Dick emailed on a personal server, and they have to go to his office to access it. She hesitates to go in, but the brothers point out that she's on Dick's radar, and he'll come after her eventually. Charlie agrees to help them and go back inside, but says that she'll need their help.
Yeah, and this is where we get like this episode does like it's a little bit of like heist stuff,
Yes.
but it's also a little bit of like Cyrano de Bergerac, like hiding in the bushes, feeding lines.
There is a cute,
which is kind of fun.
There's a cute Kim Manners moment here, which is when she's sitting at the front of the building trying to figure out the what to do to go in. Sam asks Charlie what she's going to do, and she replies she's going to kick it in the ass, which is the thing that Kim Manners always used to say.
And this comes after she's like, I can't do it. And then Sam's like, here, let me.
You like Harry Potter, don't you?
You're a fucking nerd, aren't you?
Yeah, me too.
Did Hermione run when Sirius Black needed help? Like, it's like kind of like he's just like pulling.
I mean, what
names.
she said was right.
It is kind of.
I mean, he did need help, and they did come.
I know, but you know what I mean? It does kind of feel like...
Yes.
It feels like someone was like, just give me like 4 names.
Yes.
And then they like wrote that.
But
because they want to make it sound like Sam knows, but his line is vague enough that it sounds like he doesn't know.
Yes.
Like, they don't do a good enough job of, like, you either give a little more detail for Sam to say, or it's got to be way worse, and she goes, I know what you're trying to do. I get it. Yes.
I agree. Yeah.
You know?
It has to be like remembering book 5 when at the Weasley's house during the wedding that they got attacked, right?
Totally. Because if you're going to speak nerd to someone that is so clearly like that, you either go deeper or you really fucking flub it, and they go like, I see what your point is, though.
Also, it's book 7. I'm a fucking idiot.
Get out.
Dean has her hack the security system, and they put together a fake key card while Bobby's ghost watches. That night, Dean and Sam park outside, and Sam puts the cameras on a repeating loop, giving her 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Charlie states that if she can't complete the task in under that time, she deserves to be eaten. However, Dean spots her on the camera and realizes that Bobby has planted his flask in Charlie's bag.
Yeah, sneaky Bobby.
They call her and tell her not to lose the flask without telling her what it means. Charlie freezes up. They talk through the Harry Potter thing, and then she goes in past the guard and takes the elevator to the upper floors.
So
there's another male guard on duty now, and Dean tells her to flirt with him.
But that key card thing, she goes up to her normal floor, gets out of the elevator, and then they activate the like looped security footage. She gets right back in the elevator, but the security guard can't see as she puts the new like mag strip or whatever on the card to get up to like the executive floors. There's a guard waiting there, and he's not going anywhere. Like, Dean initially is like, just wait him out, but like he's camped out. He's got a magazine. He's cashing that paycheck.
Yeah, baby.
So he's like, you're gonna flirt, and she's like, but I'm a lesbian. And Dean goes, oh no, I don't know what to do. And he's like, no, we got this.
Yeah. I know what I want, so I know what men want.
Listen, I mean, I'm great at flirting with dudes.
You are.
I'm really
you
good
on Tinder is kind of dangerous.
I'm. Any female friend, I mean, I've never actually just done it on gay Tinder, but any like female friend that's handed me their phone and let me, like, I'm amazing. I've got such an amazing fucking batting average on Tinder.
Yeah, it's weird that you're
put a lot of backs on mattresses. Let's just put it that way.
Jesus. Just not for you, but
no, but I'm doing God's work,
which is very funny because you notoriously are not good at your own game,
and I'm awful at flirting with women.
Yeah,
like my entire life, always.
Yes.
I don't know when they're doing it to me,
Yeah.
and I'm great at flirting with dudes, though.
Yeah.
Really
So
missed my
funny.
calling.
So funny. Dean coaches her through flirting with the guard Bill. It works more or less, and Charlie asks to use the executive washroom.
We get a classic bungle where she says everything that's being said into the mic. It's like, shut it, Sammy. She goes, shut it, Sammy. That's the name of the bar that I want to go to for drinks. Shut it, Sammy.
I mean, look, you got to do that joke. You got to do that joke.
Absolutely.
It would be foolish to not have done that joke.
So she does like a little like hair twirl.
It worked.
Oh yeah.
Dean
briefly pause the episode.
Charlie gets into Dick's office and hacks his password easily.
Yeah.
As Charlie is entering Dick Roman's office, she says, "The Eagle is landing," which is paraphrasing what Neil Armstrong from Apollo 11's safe landing on the moon was said.
Yeah.
1969.
Nice.
Dick Roman's password. Here's another great moment of the.
You're right. I forgot about this one. Yeah.
His password is winning with ones instead of eyes.
That's fucking Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
Is that from that year?
Yes.
The like, I've got tiger blood.
Yes.
Winning.
So fucking good.
You're right. That is a real fucking snapshot. That's
Real
a real
fucking 2012
real
shit.
moment in time.
I love it.
Yeah, Jesus fuck.
So fucking funny. So as she downloads the files, Bill wonders where she is and goes to check on her. Bobby manages to move a door behind the guard, distracting him long enough for Charlie to hide.
Okay. Sorry, hang on. Charlie, on her way to the washroom, dipped into Dick's office.
Yep.
When we see the guard go to the hall. There's the washroom is right there, and he knocks, and there's no answer.
Yeah.
And the other door's over there. And Bobby goes, "Okay, you got this." But the door he closes is the office she's in.
Yes.
Which is not a distraction. It calls more attention to the office.
Yes.
What was Bobby's plan?
I think it was
Like, I thought what Bobby was going to do was, like, make a noise in the women's washroom so it sounds like she's in there.
I think the idea was that
knock on
no
something or
one's
whatever.
in there because the door is closed.
I know, but he closed it with like click, click. And then the
Yes.
guy's like,
Yeah.
fuck, Bobby, Jesus.
Again, it's the whole thing where Bobby shouldn't be there in the first place.
Yes, yeah, I know, but I mean the episode is almost doing two different things though,
Yes.
because there's the idea of like ghosts and the thing that makes them vengeful
Yes.
shouldn't be close together, or
Yeah.
you'll kind of lose your sanity. That's thing number one. Thing number two is like Bobby's lost a step.
But I think also what he was trying to do is also stop the guard from seeing that she was downloading the files.
Yeah, I guess it reads really funny for him to go like, "You could do it, Bobby," and then immediately call attention to where she
Yes.
is.
Once the download is done, she secretly pulls out the flash drive and gets out. At the van, Dean gets impatient at being stuck while Sam prepares borax Molotov cocktails.
Yeah,
Charlie goes to her desk and sends them the files.
yeah,
The fake Pete then comes in, and Charlie tells him that she's working like on a deadline.
yeah. She's like, "I'll give you a status report soon," or
Yeah.
whatever. And
He touches her briefly and wishes her well, and then leaves.
and then she's like, "Oh, I found this particular email that something is being flown in from." Like they stopped digging.
Yeah.
All those archaeological things, they've stopped. You're like, well, it sounds like he found what he's looking for. They go, something is coming in from Iran on a plane tonight. And she's like, it's like 42 minutes away. Can you get there? And they're like, yep, but we need you to do something for us. And she goes, great.
I can't believe it came from Iran. Iran's so far away.
I walked along the avenue.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Charlie then checks the files and discovers that Dick stopped the digs days ago. They figured he may have found what he was looking for. Charlie discovers that Dick had an item shipped from Iran, and it will be arriving at the airport in 42 minutes. Once one of the Leviathans, Victor, is at the airport and calls to tell Dick that the package has arrived. Dick tells him that he's waiting and then walks over to Charlie's desk as she gets up to go.
Man, he's so threatening
Yeah.
in this scene, and he's doing like almost nothing. But he definitely has like don't tell HR vibes about him.
At the airport, Victor gets the suitcase and drives away while Sam and Dean look on. Victor takes it to Dick, but they discover that it's not what we thought.
Yeah, they go into Dick's office and they open it up, and it's a bomb with attached to a thing of borax, and there's a timer. And Dick goes like, well, I wonder who could have done this.
And then we cut to 2 hours earlier. This is the like Ocean's 11 thing.
Yeah, and that I get it.
They were really trying to do the Ocean's 11 thing in this.
They were kind of doing it, but it's also kind of like,
yeah, I know. It's not.
I need a lot more Ocean's 11
Yes.
in this episode.
This is what
if you're going to
promo-
start doing like weird time jump thing.
I
Like even the
know.
bit at the beginning, like why do we have to see her a little bit?
I mean, you always hate that.
See Dean go, whoa, oh, it's up in the Death Star. And then we go 5 hours earlier, and then we watch her day, and then we see her do that thing, and then we see Dean go, oh, it's in the Death Star. Like, we follow both of them both times. You do one, and then you go back and do another, and then you line them up.
Yeah.
Like, that is...
At least there's a better reason this time for them to do the time thing.
But at least, if they did it there, and then they do it here, and you go, like, we're doing that in this episode.
Yes.
But I need so much more Ocean's 11 if we're going to be pulling bullshit like this.
I know. And this is
so much more.
This is why the promo bothers me, because it's just like, I get what you're trying to
Yes,
do,
sure.
but like that's not, you don't have the time to do all of this.
This episode needs a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah. So Charlie clears the Winchester's information off the computer, and she sends an email telling Dick and Victor that the plane was delayed. At the airport, Dean and Sam
Yeah,
disguise
because
themselves.
the thing they tell her to do is like buy them time.
Yes. So Sam and Dean disguise themselves as airport workers and substitute their case for Dick's. Dick walks over to Charlie's desk and asks her to show him what they've got. Show me what you've got.
I love that Sam and Dean so easily just walk
I
out
know.
and work at this airport. It like
You would think that like this.
I know they're very good at what they do, but like they're like, we can't possibly get into an office building
Yes.
where people might recognize us.
Yeah, but in a
we
post
can-
9/11 world,
But we can post 9/11 just walk onto it like the tarmac and do whatever.
so funny.
Is very funny to
Yeah.
me.
Sam and Dean then check the suitcase and discover that it holds a chunk of red clay.
Yeah.
They call Charlie, who is showing Dick the hard drive contents. Meanwhile, Bobby hovers over Dick, vowing vengeance, and tries to focus his willpower to do something.
Yeah.
Charlie reports that there's nothing about the Winchesters on the drive, and Dick tells her to send the information.
Yeah, and Dick's like, would you be able to tell if someone deleted it off the drive? And she's like, not if they deleted it properly. He goes, okay. Anyway, send that to me. Stay here. I'll be right back.
Yes.
And that's the insert with the borax bomb.
Yes.
And then as Charlie's trying to get out of the building, Dick says, like, lock the building down.
Yes.
And so the doors lock and she can't get out. And Bobby uses his ghost powers to shatter the glass.
Yep. Like for the front doors.
Yeah, for the front doors. As like Dick is coming
Yes.
down the elevator. And
He
he
knocks
kind of
two
sees that and he
Leviathans.
goes like, okay.
Yeah. Bobby knocks like two Leviathans back as Sam and Dean break through the glass.
Yeah.
They then take out Pete with the borax, and Bobby shoves Dick back.
Well, and Bobby had like shoved Pete as well first.
Yeah, inadvertently breaking Charlie's arm because she shoved Dick into Charlie.
Yeah. So they borax Pete. He shoves Dick a bunch, and then Dick's like, "Oh, this is fun." They're like,
Yeah. We watched
he's
Bobby,
going like full villain, which is kind of fun. Actually,
Yeah, we watched Bobby beat on his dick, and
Bobby is just hammering his dick.
yeah,
And he's really like holding his dick down.
yeah, he's going to town on his dick.
Yeah. Let's just say Bobby is taking out some aggression on his dick.
I love this moment where Dick calls on Bobby to show himself laughing.
Yeah. Again, this is what I mean, like full villain. Like we
Oh,
get,
yeah.
like through the episode, he's just like, if you knew I was a Leviathan, you'd love this little pun I'm doing.
Yes, yeah. Oh, you have no
go
idea
grab
how
a
fucking
bite.
Yes.
He's got like, ooh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so close to fucking telling all of you.
I
And then so
love it.
in this scene, he just gets to be like, let's do this like real monsters. And it's
Yeah.
like it's kind of fun to watch this actor like cut loose a little bit.
fucking
I mean, he's great
awesome.
at that kind of like American Psycho sort of thing, but it's really fun to watch
Perfect
him be
casting
like
with him.
a comic book villain a
Yeah,
little bit,
yeah.
which is great.
Sam and Dean carry injured Charlie out. As they drive away, the brothers explain that they haven't figured out how to kill him yet.
Yeah.
Back at the company, a furious Dick calls out a security alert on the Winchesters. Dick then eats Victor.
Yeah,
for
Victor's
his
like,
failure.
don't bib me. And he's like, why would I bib you and waste a good meal?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Later, the brothers get Charlie to the hospital and get her arm fixed. As they take her to the bus depot, she tells them never to contact her again and explains that this isn't the first time she's disappeared. It is revealed at the end that Charlie's name is not in fact Charlie Bradbury. Her false name is a reference to Ray Bradbury, the sci-fi author.
Yeah.
Once Charlie leaves, the brothers discuss whether Bobby is going insane with hatred now that he's a spirit.
Yeah.
Sam wonders what they're going to do, but Dean says that they need to deal with the Leviathans and the clay piece first.
Yeah.
That's the end of the episode.
That's it, baby.
What did you think?
Oh, man. I got feelings about this episode. First of
Yeah.
all, I love Charlie.
Yes.
And spoiler alert, this is not the last time we see
We
Charlie.
love Felicia Day.
We
Oh,
love Felicia Day. We love Charlie. Great character.
yep.
And such a fun introduction.
Totally.
I love Dick Robin. He's absolutely great. Just fucking like scene chewingly good in basically every moment that he's on screen. He's terrific.
Yeah.
I like, there's all this kind of like the espionage, like hacking, like
Yeah.
sneaking. Like that's a fun episode. It's not always like a fist fight,
Yeah.
and that works for me. I like that. And I think there's a certain level of stakes with an episode like that too, because it's the thing the boys are the least good at.
Totally.
The boys are great at being brave and fighting the thing head on, doing a little bit of detective work, but mostly like being the soldiers on the front line. Having to do things with any level of subtlety or nuance is
not
like
their specialty.
They're not as good at it. So to do that and then to put like them also in the position of now they also have to do it through a person who's brand new.
Yeah.
Like that's a great dynamic that I think plays really well.
Totally.
I like some of the idea of the Bobby Ghost thing, but it all kind of feels, you know how I said I think it's last episode when we were talking about all the ghosts. I said I wish we got a little bit of more of a concrete contribution to ghost lore.
I know.
The
There's such
idea,
an opportunity.
like, you know, we've been talking about this on Angel Radio, and people have made good points, but like none of it is explicit enough in the episode for me. But like, why is the guy absorbing the souls?
Yeah.
Does it make him sane for longer? Blah 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 blah. But also like this idea of like you're sane for how long and how then it fades or whatever. We never broached the idea of the proximity to your like unfinished business clouds your sanity.
Yeah.
But then it's like assumed in this episode, like Sam and Dean right away are like, well, if he's too close to Dick, he's going to go ghost.
Yeah.
It's like, but we have like no precedent for that right now. You know what I mean? And so it really like, it bugs me again about last week's episode that we don't get something more concrete and build on it.
Yeah.
But then this week's episode, you go like, you kind of have to do that. And then we're sort of half exploring that as like a threat that like, is Bobby going to be able to help us against Dick when Dick is like his trigger?
Yeah.
But then also so much of Bobby in this episode is just like not being a good ghost anyway. Like him zipping in and out when he's trying to talk to the guys. He's like, this is exhausting. Or him drawing more attention to Charlie when he's trying to help in a different way. Like it kind of muddies the water a little bit there with Bobby. So I actually think the Bobby stuff's the weakest in this episode. The time jump and stuff, I know why they were doing it, but it's not like we're really repeating too much because we're seeing too many things 2 times.
Yeah.
Instead of just catching up and knowing where to slot things in, we've got to watch Dick open the briefcase twice. We've got to watch Dean say the Death Star thing twice. We've got to watch her plug the drive in twice. We're constantly doing things 2 times. So that doesn't work as well for me. So it's interesting because I think in general, an episode I remember fondly, a lot of good stuff in it, but some kind of big clunky structural issues. So I'd probably give this one a 3.75. I love you so much, Felicia Days.
I think that it's really Dick and Charlie that like carry this episode. Obviously, they are so good. They're so fun to watch that it sort of helps me look past a lot of the other stuff in this.
Yeah.
I think that it's the heist thing. It does feel like treacherous and I think like they do the hacking thing well. There is a lot of like formatting stuff in this that's just not necessary. I think like they should really do the time thing. Doesn't really feel necessary. I think they should have really gotten rid of the whole Ocean's 11 thing and just made it a hacking thing. I think it's a hat and a hat.
Totally.
And it's a black hat and a black hat. And so I think that they sort of missed a really great opportunity. And I know why they're doing the whole Bobby thing because they're trying to lead toward dealing with that problem. Yes. But it just feels like one too many things. And I think if you just either gotten rid of the Bobby thing or gotten rid of the Ocean's 11 thing, you would have had time to better do one or the other.
Yeah.
On top of the extra hacking piece of it.
I agree.
That being said, though, like it's always a fun watch, and I think like I always look forward to this episode just because Charlie is so fun.
Yeah.
And maybe that's partly because I know what's coming, and like Charlie's such a beloved character, but yeah, it was just fun to be able to go like, oh yeah, like this character, I forgot like the this is when they show up on the show. So I think I am going to give this. I'm going to give it 4 desperate office friend in quotation out of 5.
Yeah. I'm going to do something unprecedented here. But while you were talking, I changed my score,
2?
and I changed last week's score.
What?
I looked at the score I gave last week's episode. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. 4.25, and then I was like, this episode's definitely better than that one.
What did I give last week?
3.75.
Okay, yeah.
So I've come in line with you last week.
Okay.
I don't know what I was thinking. Because I was like, well, this episode's definitely better than that one, but I wouldn't give this like 4.5.
No.
So I'm
You matched me on both.
We're
days.
ballpark buds on both now.
I'm glad you came back to this side of the fence.
Yeah, unprecedented. But listen, I'm not an unreasonable man. When I make a mistake, I can own it.
Uh-huh.
I'm good at it. Say it.
You're great at admitting when you're wrong.
It doesn't happen very often, but that doesn't mean I'm not good at it.
It's unprecedented, but
It's unprecedented. That's
sure it's
how I have
possible.
to couch things so that I feel good.
Of course. Well, those are our reviews. But before we go, we've got a note from a fellow hunter.
Oh, all right.
They go on to say, well, my dear brothers in podcasting, it's been a while since my last one, but here it is. First, and most important, I can't wait for a certain redhead to show up that brightens every episode she's in. We're almost there, boys.
I love her so much.
We are there.
We're there.
We're just about there.
I'm there.
Although 716 seems like one of their most generic Monster of the Week episode, I personally always liked it. The way that they tied up the concept of the overarching story with the Leviathans is great. Like when Bobby left us forever, of course. You don't know how important the plot will get at first. Combine that with Poor Frank and you get a nice round episode that hits certain emotions well. Not to mention Poor George. Well, who doesn't know that kind of boss? The phrase "eat me" makes a lot of sense right now. Anyways, you guys are contagious. My sister listened to the first episode a while ago, and now she complains she spends all of her data volume on your podcast while being in Bucharest for work.
Oh, my God.
So,
what a weird detail to throw in there.
it makes a bit more sense by the end.
Okay.
So shout out to her. I still love listening to Ghostfacers. My wife can't understand how many times I re-listened to the whole podcast.
Wow.
I have to recruit many other Germans so I can talk to them about it. But speaking of my wife, I've got a proposition. No, as requested, I send you a nice picture of my wife's pussy.
God damn it.
Although she was way younger and smaller than,
I don't know, man.
I still pat her wonderful fur every day. I can't believe how bad that sounds. As always, yours truly, Michael from Germany. My brother really does do poor Sam dirty in these days. Not that I'm an archangel or something. Idiots.
Cute.
And some solid pussy pic.
That's a nice pussy.
It's a tight little tiny pussy.
I mean,
Fits great in that hole.
Come on, man. Come on.
Just ask, talking about what I found.
Some good pussy pics, though.
Yeah. Thanks. We always love the pussy pics.
What part of that?
Yeah.
You said the Bucharest thing would make sense later. What part of that made it?
Oh, it makes
make
more sense that they're from Germany than it wasn't like
Bucharest isn't in Germany.
No, I know, but it's not in North America.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it's easier to comprehend.
So what? They're all the same to you?
Yeah.
I mean, me too.
Yeah.
There's probably fucking vampires in Bucharest. Isn't that in Romania?
Europe,
That's
Schmurup,
where
I don't know.
Transylvania is.
Whoa. Incas. Your first challenge.
Pack up your tools. You have to leave.
You wouldn't want to make me cross?
Today you are tattooing crosses on the vampires.
Yes.
The vampire canvas who can stand it the longest wins.
Jesus Christ.
So, thank you so much, Michael. Not there, King.
Michael from Germany / Bucharest.
Yeah. You put the boo in Bucharest.
Listen, if things had gone different back in the 40s, Bucharest might have been in Germany.
Yeah, fair. All right. Well,
That must be fun for all our German listeners, episode after episode. But in fairness, you shouldn't have done it.
yeah. It's really one hand beats the other.
Do you know a thing that I keep getting on my feed all the time?
What's that?
Is all of these all these people discovering all of the Canadian war crimes
I know.
from
I get that
World
all the
War
time.
One.
Yeah.
That where they're like, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, they
man.
didn't take prisoners.
Nope. Sure didn't. A bunch of the reason why there's rules of war is because of Canada.
Yeah.
Which I love so much. I mean, it's not good, but I just find it funny because it's
Because it's like, oh, Canada, nice
oh,
Canadians.
nice little Canada or whatever.
It's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to fucking get you.
you don't want war crimes to be your thing, but I do think people think oh, Canadians are polite. It's like, we're not actually polite. We're
fine. It's fine when you do war crimes, sure. Fine when Canada does war crimes, everything's all good.
Yeah, you know what they say about history.
Written by the winners,
It's written by the
baby.
victors. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, if you want to talk about Canadians' war crimes, you can do that on our Discord.
I mean, you can. Yeah, go patreon.com/ghostfacers. It's only $1 a month. You could join Angel Radio, our awesome community Discord server. We recap episodes. We talk about theories about ghosts and shit like that. People are very nice over there. Sometimes we're confessing deep, dark truths.
A lot of the time.
But all of it helps to support us.
That's right. Also, if you want to send a note about a past or future episode, just like Michael has, you can do so through our email, ghostfacerspodcast@gmail.com, or reach out to us through our various social media platforms.
That's right, at GhostfacersPod.
On Facebook.
Oh, yeah, where you go.
Yeah. You just always say the extra piece, and so it was weird you didn't.
I'm tired, man.
Yeah, I can tell. You don't have a midday 1 hour nap? That's not a thing you do?
Listen.
You don't go home and have a 1 hour nap? Sometimes 2 hours.
Listen, it's good to be the boss.
Hell yeah. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get our episode automatically every single week and wherever you listen to our podcast. While you're there, why don't you give us a 5-star review and we will read it on a future episode. But it's on an Apple Podcast. Just make sure that you take a screenshot and send it over to us through our email. Also, if you want your Hackers 2 First Bought t-shirt, because I'm a hacker now.
Yeah, hey, listen. My name is John Rambo. Still,
Rambo.
My name is John Rambo.
Fuck yeah! You saved
Capital
it. Hell
R,
yeah,
capital
hell
A,
yeah.
capital
Yeah.
Rambo.
Fuck yeah, that's
I
good.
gotta get this CPU all the way over to the hard drive.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna defrag this disk.
You can buy that shirt at ghostfacerspodcaststore.com.
Hi, I'm calling because my computer's acting up. I haven't been able to get it to work.
All right, well, let's see what the problem is.
It's like, what
Wow, that was quick. That's brisk, baby.
Stallone at the Genius Bar in the Apple Store.
The problem is you got all these apps running in the background.
It's it sounds like it's an ID 10T, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what that means.
It's like a computer tech way to insult people, which is like ID 10T.
Like identity?
No, like idiot.
Oh.
ID 10T.
Well, fuck, I fell for it.
Yeah. It sounds like the problem's between the mouse and the keyboard.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's another one.
Don't talk to me like that.
Your analog.
Your analog. What time is it at your house, Billy? 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock? Man, classic Canadian commercial.
So good. That's for you, Stump. All right. If you want even more fun content from us, we have a whole other podcast.
The Dr. DC podcast. We talk about DC comics and superheroes and comic books and all sorts of fun stuff. If you like the way that we talk about lore and stuff over here, you might like how we talk about that stuff over there.
Mm-hmm. That's it for this week.
Sassy.
Say goodbye, bitch.
Jerk.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.